Hello people of the internet, it's Amanda, and for today's video there's gonna be a lot of emotions because we're gonna be talking about Kinpuri's Dream in YouTube edit music video. Now listen, obviously there are gonna be major biased opinions in this video because I just absolutely love this group, but then at the same time I also want to treat this as objectively as I can. But to be perfectly transparent, I just finished crying over this song earlier when I saw the music video, so let's just hope I don't do that as I'm currently filming. When Kinpuri initially, talked about this song, saying that aside from Ichiban, there's gonna be another lead song for their maiden album, I was like, okay, quite interesting. They sold it as a song that the members pitched in their own words to it, their own thoughts about, both their burdens and aspirations as individuals and as a group, and where it's sort of like a summary of their journey so far and all of those things, and then Kaito was the one who arranged it lyrically, and then Jin was the one who arranged the melody. So it's definitely like, as compared to their member produced songs from Land, this one is purely Kinpuri in terms of like from probably like just writing it from scratch and then just working through it becoming a whole song. So there, and then they've been teasing parts of it on Instagram and also on Twitter, and even just the teasers are very, very emotionally charged. So after hearing the preview from Radio Garden the other day, it's so easy to just fall in love with the song itself. And then Kinpuri suddenly announced that they're dropping the YouTube edit music video, and I was just, when I saw the teaser photo, I was so ecstatic for it because I immediately know that it's gonna be a recording booth footage. Now, if you know me, I absolutely love recording booth footages. I've talked about this on Twitter multiple times. There's just something about, I know, artists in a recording booth setup that I absolutely just love. And my favorite footage of Kinpuri are from their documentaries where they were actually recording the songs. I was really happy when they included like full footages of their songs in their latest single, Love in You Odoru. I absolutely love that they did that. And I don't know, I was just really happy that my obsession with recording booth of footages was granted, and now we actually have an MV in this particular format. But then aside from that particular bias / obsession that I have with just the visual appeal of it, I feel like it fits perfectly, like the way that they chose this kind of format to deliver this kind of song or to execute this kind of song, simply because, again, a cheesy music video I feel like would just water down like the emotional impact of it, and they went with something that's more behind the scenes geared or has that kind of like different warmth and rawness to it. And I really, really love how well thought out that kind of execution was. They did include like footages from past documentaries and behind the scenes from their past albums and stuff like that, which I really, really like as well. But I like how it wasn't the main highlight or the main focus of the music video. The focus was the members just recording the songs and them like editing the songs as they were singing along to it. That entire process was the highlight of the music video, along with the lyrics, of course, and I just absolutely love that. Now, I honestly feel like one of the things that I absolutely love about this, and I'm dramatic, like I love drama in terms of execution, in terms of anything, and it's probably one of the reasons why I love Kinpuri, is because they always exceed expectations when it comes to executing like something, like music, like song, anything. But what I love about this one in particular is, again, they kind of like stepped back from that and use this kind of format to deliver just a song in its essence as it is. I like how the melody was really, really simple. It wasn't like, because one of the things that I have observed about them, and I've talked about this before in other videos as well, is they really improved a lot technically, like technique wise and skills wise, in terms of dancing, in terms of their vocals. Like a lot, like all of them really have evolved so much from their junior days to when they debuted and all of those things. They have evolved so much, and this is coming from a more objective observation rather than, you know, a biased one. As I've noticed that, again, there's definitely a huge margin from when they started to now. And they've been showing that a lot in their recent releases. But then at the same time, like this one feels a lot more just natural. You know, it didn't focus too much on technique. There's not a lot of like harmonies or a lot of like different kinds of like complicated runs in terms of the melody or anything like that. There's not a lot of like layers into the song, and I usually love kinpuri's layers and harmonies when it comes to songs, but for this one, but this time it's really more of just that, you know, very, I don't know, like there's just something about it that highlights the more natural and raw and real kind of vibe to the song, rather than focusing on adding too much, you know, like too much anything to it really. And I feel like that fit this song, this music video so much. Moving on to comments about the individual members, I have to give major props to Ren in terms of his vocals. I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love his, like, he's the designated high note hitter of the group, because his voice is really fit for the more melody type of really the melody side of the songs. But for this one, I don't know what it is, but I just love the feel and the timbre of his voice in this particular song. Like, I don't know, there's a particular part in the chorus that he just hit that high note, and it's not really, again, it's not more technique focused. He just went there, and I just love that particular part. When it comes to Kishi, I've always loved Kishi's vocals. I feel like it's such a nice common ground between, you know, the lower register vocals of Sho and Jin, and then Kaito's somewhere in between, like the pitch, and also like Kaito's vocals usually shift depending on a song, and then Kaito's Ren's higher register, and Kishi's somewhere in the middle that kind of like serves as a good transition whenever the combination of the voices happen. And for this one, I just, again, absolutely love it. The way he retains some of his notes, I absolutely love. And then for Kaito and Jin, I think they did an absolutely beautiful job combining these songs. I used to write songs as a hobby, and it's really different to just put words together whenever, like, it's very different from just a diary where you just put all the words and then, you know, and then making those words into actual like singable lyrics, or lyrics that actually speak to other people outside of yourself. Like, that's really, really difficult. And for them to be able to like do this, especially like there's 5 of them, there must have been a lot of things that has to be like clipped off or to be included or anything like that. But for them to be able to like shape this into this kind of song is just really, really amazing for me, and I'm just looking forward for more more songwriting from Kinpuri because of this particular production. And then obviously show, like, I I mean, I've talked about this before. He's my Oshi, and I have a lot to say when it comes to his skills in acting, in dancing, but my favorite like aspect of him as an artist is his vocals. Like, I just absolutely love how different it is, the texture. He's very emotional when it comes to ballads, and I absolutely love how that is. But what I love about his voice in this particular song is, before, whenever it's a different kind of like melody from their more experimental tracks, he used to have this like very different voice, which he talked about before, saying that it's his way to not overstrain himself, and that's why he's using that kind of singing voice. But recently he's been really embracing the texture and the natural tone of his voice, and I just absolutely love it, and I love how it turned out for this particular song. And he has this way with the words that has always been really encouraging and inspiring, and but also sometimes really just emotional and stuff like that. And so I've always wondered how that would be when it comes to lyricism and stuff, and I don't know, like, it applies to all of them as well. Like, whenever they talk about certain things and stuff, like, I've always wondered what it would be like for Kinpuri to write songs just as a whole. And then for Kaito and Jin, we've had a taste of that in their member produced songs in Land, and so coming up with this kind of just like a track is so nice, and the way that it turned out is just really beautiful, and I just absolutely love that. And yeah, now I'm really looking forward to like the whole version of it. I already don't feel that well because yeah, I've been feeling quite sick earlier, but then seeing this one and then having to like cry and then stop myself from crying and then just try to like film this video, it's definitely a lot. But again, I just absolutely love how this turned out. I'm looking forward to how it is, and I want to see more types of songs like this in the future. I don't know, like, I absolutely just, I feel like, and again, I say this in every single album so far, I feel like this is gonna be my favorite, anything like that. But even after, with all the complicated music videos that we've seen and all those things, and I absolutely love what Kinpuri's been doing so far with their music videos, but I feel like Dream In definitely shot up my list after seeing this one, because again, it's just natural, it's just raw, it just feels very real and everything. And Kinpuri's really at their best when they're just being their, like the way Ichiban is, that's them challenging themselves each and every time, and I absolutely love it. And then for this one, it's this side of them that's more grounded, and I absolutely love that side of them as well. And so I feel like I just I don't even know what to say anymore. I just feel like Made In is yet another album to watch out for, and I'm really proud that so far Kinpuri just keeps getting better and better and better. I mean, I still have like I'm very biased towards Resense. I absolutely love Resense, but I'm really looking forward as to how Maiden is gonna turn out, simply because of these previews and releases so far. So yeah, now tell me down in the comments below, what are your thoughts on Dream In? Any other things that you'd like to share? What are some of the things that you're looking forward to for this particular album? I would love to hear about it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and you would want to hear more from me, please hit subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon in a new one.